on the street was he'd come out the closet.
So, yeah, I think what's going on with me regarding just everything that's been going on with me, it's been quite racist, quite heterophobic. I say it's been extremely heterophobic because what you're saying is you don't respect these women's choices in partner. You know, I'm made to respect their choices in partner by force. So, like, you don't respect these women's choice in partner because it happens to be me, and that even if you're NHS or police, well, mainly NHS, you're willing to do something about it when it's not supposed to be about that. When you go into hospital, you're meant to get better, not be attacked. Um, just so much bullshit went down this year that I just I just closed up. It's that simple. I closed up and I decided that I wasn't gonna talk about it. Um, it's because I know the way things could be, and the way things are. It's a complete manipulation of the circumstances, simply because you can punish me whereas I can't punish you. I don't know why I've been threatened with jail and sectioning this past year, considering what's been going on and other people's behavior towards me. Um, the fact that they won't leave the sexuality issue alone is just kind of lame. Um, it's like you're trying to force feed me homosexuality, and you want me to eat of the fruits of homosexuality, and you know, you say you're being modern and open, but how modern and open are you really being, and how manipulative are you really being? Like, let's be real, like, let's be honest. Like, you say you're being modern and forthcoming and provocative with conversation, and you're keeping up to date, but you're not the ones being punished for simply living an innocent life, and you're not the one having your personal space, which no matter where I am or what show I'm on or what movie I'm on, I should have some aspect of a private life. Um, all stars do. It's just a web that people spin, you know. Um, I don't know what's going on in the gay community as to where this is okay. Like, constantly talking about it, constantly talking about it. It's like you're putting the energy out there intentionally, and you know you never get that bite you want. You never get that bite, and you still put it out there after all of these years just to propagate what? Like, how unfair on the psyche is it, and how offensive to a heterosexual man is all this strange behavior, really? Um, I don't agree with it. I don't condone it. I don't like it. Um, it's just been very stressful for me. One minute everyone's wearing blue, next minute everyone's wearing black, next minute everyone's wearing red. You know, no form of justifiable law enforcement to curb or tackle this in any way. And then I'm the one who faces sanctions and punishments. So if the police deal with one issue, then the NHS have to deal with it too, which is unfair. That's like double jeopardy. So you pass one, you passed one, you passed one issue with one organization, and then you have to deal with it in another organization. Um, it's just the level really, and the fact that all of this came about because I proved I was the strongest at the gym in central London, and people didn't like where it was going. I was doing my modeling for Instagram agencies. Um, it's just been like people just because I'm the strongest in the gym, and people are it feels like people are trying to find ways to intimidate me. It feels like people are trying to find ways to intimidate me um, into doing what they want. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's fair. I don't like it. I think it's extremely racist. I think it's meant to divide a people. Um, like, let the sexuality thing go. Why can't you men just be normal? It's weird. Like, it's weird. You understand me? It's weird. Guys like you get to talk to girls that I wouldn't dream of talking to. Without any of without any of my accolades, you men get to talk to girls that I can't talk to. And you want to sit back and say and give a justifiable explanation for that, and no explanation will ever be good enough because you're keeping me away from females intentionally and then trying to question my sexuality. It feels like you're trying to break something that can't be broken in terms of my sexuality. It's very strange to me. It's odd behavior. It's just odd behavior from the men. Some of the females as well. It's a bit odd behavior. But my problem isn't really with the females. It's just kind of with the way the men behave. I feel like if the men were to change their behavior, like if there were still issues, then we could kind of iron them out and find out where they laid. But because the men refuse to change their behavior, they refuse to stop getting involved with my masturbation, like everything. They refuse they just refuse to stop getting involved. And it's just it's not been good. You know, when I was sectioned, like anywhere I went, as it was clearly evident that I was the superior male, they'd bring another guy in, and then they'd bring another guy in, and then they'd bring another guy in, and then other guys would start changing and behaving. It's just like a manic virus of like delinquency and sexual inappropriateness. Don't you get it's sexually inappropriate to get involved in my relationships and girls that want to talk to me but are instead talking to you? They want to talk to me but they're talking to you. Yeah, they want to talk to me but they're talking to you. Why are they talking to you? Because they have no choice. So obviously there's something wrong with the males in this situation too. And then they wanna do the sexuality thing again. It's just like it never ends. The ridiculous lengths you lot will go to just to keep me down. It's hating. It's racist, heterophobic, hating because me and these women, we can't choose our sexual partners. You men have to be involved. You have to hack, you have to lie, you have to steal, you have to hack. You men are the ones hacking. You men are the ones talking. You men are the ones making jokes. And you're leading the whole thing and you're sitting back acting like you're not. You're acting like you're doing nothing wrong. It's a form of slavery. It's a form of relentless attack, saying be Ben or we're gonna make your life a living hell, basically. And you always get the same answer. Some people have shown me what you wear. I know you wear ultraviolet stuff around your pieces and stuff. So, it's already been shown what you wear and where you wear it. I don't know why you're playing with light so much. Like, I don't know why you're playing with light so much. You're playing with light, you're playing with voodoo, you're playing with people's sexual preferences. You know, you you don't have a care in the world about it because you're not facing the consequences that I face for standing up for myself. The consequences you face for talking and attacking me. I don't i don't i i face worse consequences. I feel like it's a cowardly form of attack. Like I said, I learned that I can walk into any room, I prove I'm the strongest at gym box, at the gym boxes, and you're all watching, and then you all plot on me and decide to take away my freedom and anger me to the point of breaking windows, and then you punish me for that too, and say, yeah, you gotta pay this money back as well. To me, it's just adding insult to injury, and I think there comes a point where I have to stop pointing out what's wrong, and I have to start just facing the facts that you know what's wrong, you know what's wrong, and you choose to participate in it. Black magic, voodoo, sexual inappropriateness towards me as men. Um, there's no need to perv on a guy so hard. Is there any need to perv on me so hard? So now I'm on a dating app and you're interrupting that dating app because of what? So I can't go anywhere to get a woman without a man being involved. And somehow it's not like that. But yet that's the way it is. And you're spelling out your agenda. You know, I was so I used to want to mix with people a lot more, and like even if lockdown was on, I would still go to Central and stuff. But now it's just like, man, I just face so much drama from being the top dog. Like, you know, the NHS was literally bringing people in to kill me basically, or ruin my future minimum. And they didn't care. And Ward One was a pretty horrible place to be. Um, the security stopped taking my orders for food, so they would say that there was no Noel at the building when my order came, and someone from another ward would get it, or they just distribute it amongst themselves. Um, it just seems like you're experimenting and playing God with me, or playing God on me, I should say. But it definitely feels like you're doing an experiment that is gonna backfire in your faces, and I wonder how evil you people must be to do this thing in the first place. Like it's just a very evil thing to do. It's something that I would want no part of. You know, it's like I just get backstabbed wherever I go. Wherever I go, I get backstabbed. So, what's the point of me going to Kingston just to get backstabbed? Like, for you lot, it's just one tick on the box, but it's endless boxes being ticked. You're ticking endless boxes with me, just like go in there on that next level. Oh, that will annoy him, that will annoy him, that will annoy him, that will annoy him. Ha, that will get to him, that will get to him, that will get to him. You do it one off and pass. Yeah, that stays with me. Every notch stays with me. what entertainment do you get from it? What satisfaction do you get from it? Why would you do it? It just doesn't make any sense. Like, no one good would do it. And that's why I say I suffer from survivor's guilt, because I don't think I'm in the wrong at all here, and I feel like um, I'm rightfully cautious. Because last time I went to the gym, the NHS and police did use that as an excuse to set me up and take away my independent living. Um, I think is it Munchausen syndrome, when you believe you're sick but you're not. Like, that's what you're all doing to me, because you're all saying I'm mentally ill and this and that, and none of it is true. And yeah, I could look at it in a different light and be like, and turn every negative into a positive. But how many negatives am I gonna get to turn into a positive? How many negatives do I have to take to turn into a positive before I ask, like, just what is up with the hating? And then you say you have no agenda, and then you just bring up sexuality over and over again. And you know what you wear, you men. And you say there's no agenda. To me, it's ridiculous, you know. Like, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I really don't know what to say, apart from like, you must recognize the errors in your own behavior and be content with them, because you're truly evil people. Like, the interaction couldn't be any faker. And you're okay with it because there's a significant amount of you, or a majority of you, that do it. I'd say a majority of you. I think you're taking advantage of of everything I know and believe. Um, you know, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. But it seems like you men think that when you talk about me sexually, it's nice, and it's not nice. That's the thing. It's not nice. It's not nice to hear jokes about masturbation. It's not nice to hear jokes about anything about the characterization of my dick or anything. You know, it's just not nice to hear. But because you guys talk about it like you're innocent and you're open, when there's only one thing you're really open to, which is something sexual with me, then you think it's okay. And it's not okay, because no is no. And I wish you guys would just get what that no meant. No means no. I said no. You know, you revisit the same situations again and again and again and again, and you just come to find, like, you just can't deal with people. You just can't deal with people. You can't deal with people. It's just so it's so unfair on me. It's so blatantly unfair on me. It's unbelievable, and I want black women to see that this is what happens to the black good guy, you know, who defends them and has principles. This is what happens. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Like, you guys joke amongst yourselves, so you think the joke applies everywhere and anywhere it sees fit, when it doesn't even apply in the joke amongst yourselves, because it's got nothing to do with you. Because my sexuality has nothing to do with you men, because it does not involve you men. Porn is a coincidence. Yeah? Where I have to see the man press the girl. Because I have to put myself in that position. So, like, that's it. But that doesn't mean that, you know, you don't hear me. You've never heard me talk about another guy the way you guys talk about me, and I'm another guy. You've never heard, like, you've just never heard it. I mean, I should just be able to do the simple things like go into the gym, you know. But like I said, because I always prove I'm the strongest in the gym at Central London, in Central London, you know, it's kind of, you know, people aren't happy with that. People aren't happy with that. So I can't even fulfill a stereotype of being a physically strong, athletic black guy. I become a rapper, they don't pay me. I want to do accounting, they don't let me do accounting. I want to date girls, they don't let me date girls. Now I can't do online dating like I ever could. Like, you men have made it so ridiculously, like, so ridiculous for me to get to a woman. Like, you've made yourselves like the god portals of women, and you're just there in the way. Like, I have men physically jumping on me where I live. Like, you don't know what that feels like to have to push a guy away over and over and over again, and not want that sexual energy. that is being projected upon you. You know, just because there's law enforcement to deal with me and not to deal with you, law. I mean, I don't know what's going on in this world for that to happen in the first place, but like the UK needs sanctions. The UK needs sanctions put up against it because this is just ridiculous behavior, man. It's just ridiculous behavior, but it's everywhere.